Hello, fellow YouTubers, collectors, and Predator fans. Miller Time here again with another review for you. This time of the Hot Toys 1/6 scale classic Predator from the movie Predators. This Predator is an homage to the original Predator in the 1987 film with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he looks very similar, but there are a lot of key differences that I'll show you with the original release. And then there's a lot of things that make this guy different and unique, which are really cool. So starting off with the box is the picture on the inside of the slip sleeve. So when you take the slip cover off, you're going to see a picture of the actual Predator as he was in the movie. Obviously, they gave him the original Predator helmet. But this is actually the actor in the suit and not the figure. So really cool picture. On the inside flap, it shows the actual figure. So when you open that up, it's kind of got that cover. You actually see the real figure itself. And to be totally honest, I almost think that the figure actually looks better. So yeah, to the figure. Let's move on here. When I got this guy, he came with the open mandibles, and I always liked the open mandibles on the original Predator, so I thought it looked cool. He really has that menacing look. You know, I kind of gave him the open arms a little bit. But this is how he's going to come to you. He does have a spare set of mandibles, and he actually comes with two separate bio helmets, which I thought was really cool. One is the damaged bio helmet, the bio mask that he had in the film, which looks really good on him. And then he has, which is no joke, they actually gave us a mock-up of the original Predator helmet, and you can see, you know, right there, it's the original Predator helmet, which is really cool. And they actually implemented this new system for putting the helmet on, where you take out the lower part of the mouth, and you take out the mandibles, and this thing slides right on, and it stays on there. It doesn't come off. So I won't put this mask on, but I will put the battle damaged mask on. But first I want to show you the closed mandibles. Let me pop these mandibles off. That one's always hard to get off for some reason. That socket is tight. So here's the closed mandibles. And on the inside flap, this is what he's actually displayed with. So let's turn them right there. There's the closed mandibles, and you can see the yellow eyes. He does have the yellow eyes. The paint application, again, is great. It could have used maybe a little bit more blending up through here, but I mean, you can't. When you've got the figure in hand, it looks a lot better than it does on the camera here. So it looks really good. The dreads are a little bit longer than the original release, and they hang better. They lay on the body better. They're not very bright as far as the beads. The gold little beads that are on the dreads. I think they really could have improved that, because the original release they looked dull like this one does too. So I kind of wish they would have improved that, but no big deal. The plasma caster and all of the armor, I mean even the belt, is completely resculpted and new, because they're using that new body now, the new body that they created for him. So all the armor is completely resculpted. The shin armor now has the knee pads here and here are actually part of the armor for the lower leg. So you don't have that weird little piece that shifts around anymore, which I like. I do like that they fix that and they address that. And the paint application, again, on his body is a huge improvement. It looks good everywhere. He's got the little spikes or hair or whatever running down his chest. He's got this really wet, kind of slimy feel, especially on his head. The rest of his body has it too, but not as prominent as on the head. But he looks really good. Couple of differences between this guy and you know, this guy here, which was the original release, are he does not come with any of the bone trophies. Which when I first got this figure, I was actually kind of disappointed with him, because I got him and I opened him up and I'm like, whoa, he doesn't have any of the bone trophies. You know, he doesn't have the little pouch here. He doesn't have the removable medical kit, which is kind of a bummer, because, you know, that medical kit was really cool. But I guess that's okay now, because, you know, it doesn't fall out or anything. And, you know, they changed the gauntlets. You know, the gauntlets are different. Like this one here has electronics in it for the light up hologram display, which I'll show you in a second. And so they changed it. Also right here, he used to have this really cool like planetary chart, like where in the middle section where that one little circle is. It used to be like a little planetary chart showing like some sort of location, like maybe it's Earth or something. I don't know. And then on this arm, on the outer rim, right there, that outer rim on the edge of the forearm gauntlet, it's really smooth now. And on the original release, I'll show you. On the original release, if you can see it, it's kind of got like this ridge along it, and it looks so much cooler than the other one. So I like this version better because of that ridge, and the details are different on it. Of course, this doesn't have the metal blades like the new one does, but it still looks really good. So this version, I actually like the forearm gauntlet better. And here's that little star chart or planet chart that I was telling you about. And you can see it's kind of got like the Earth and the Moon, and like some lines maybe to denote a coordinate of some kind, because there's actually two lines that intersect. So I'm thinking that's some sort of coordinate. But I don't know. I could be wrong. They both have the flip-up wrist computer. This version, though, however, the new version, which is really cool, and I'm glad that they did this. Here's the wrist computer, and you can see it doesn't have the black screens on it like the original release had, but it does still open up, and it still has the display in there. But this whole piece now pops off. So I'm going to snap this off. This piece snaps off. You can see right here. That comes off. And there's another one that comes with it. And see that little hole right there is for the LED that's inside the arm to shine through. So if I flip the switch on this, you can see how bright that LED really is. It's actually pretty bright. You close this, and you pop in one of these two holograms. So let me do the one of Earth here so you can see it. You pop in this hologram, and it actually does look like it's being projected out of the arm. And that's Earth, and the Moon. So it actually does look like it's being projected. This is the other one that he comes with, which is of the Predator Game Reserve planet. If I can get this sucker in here. Anyway, I'll just hold it and just show you. So it's kind of got like the main planet and all the smaller little moons or planets, that are in the solar system, or I guess orbiting that planet. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool little feature, and I'm glad that they came up with that and put that in there, because in the movie that was pretty cool to see him project that. But yeah, some of the key differences here. The plasma caster on this version, the rounded section here at the end, not on the bottom where the actual plasma comes out, but at the other end, is flat. Now on this version, you can see that it pops out. It's kind of like sticking out, and that's like the original Predator. Also, this ladder-looking piece next to the plasma caster is longer, and it's not even actually on this version. So I kind of wish they would have done that. But again, this is supposed to be a different Predator. He's just an homage to this version. And again, the bone trophies, the spine, the little skulls, and the neck trophies are all different. This one has a little pouch on the side here, which this one doesn't have. But again, when I initially got him, I was upset that he didn't have any of these things. But then I watched the movie again, and I was like, oh wait, he doesn't have any of those in the movie. So right away, I was like, oh, okay, well, that's good. I guess he's a representation of that Predator better. So I kind of have a new love for him now. Really cool figure. He's got excellent paint apps. He's got some cool accessories. He's got some spare palms that he comes with. He comes with this really cool stand. And let me pull this stand out and show you this stand. It's kind of got like some sort of hide, like strung up, and he stands in the middle. There's some stones. There's a human skull in the dirt, and then there's like this cutaway of a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull, and the thing is gnarly. He looks really good standing in it, and I thought that was a nice little extra that they added, that he came with a cool stand like that, and also the open and closed mandibles, the two helmets. The one thing he didn't come with that the original release came with that I really liked was the skull. And he doesn't have a hand for holding the skull. He just has two fists, two open palms, one palm that's kind of like a left-handed, like relaxed palm, and then a right hand for pointing or activating the computer. And you can see all four of those, right there. So that's really that's everything he comes with right there. So you can see all this stuff. which isn't bad. You know, he wasn't that expensive. And he's a really well made figure. He looks really good. Nice tight joints, great paint application, and I just love how he looks with the open mandibles. He looks so menacing. He even looks menacing with these. I mean, he's kind of got a scowl on his face, so he looks really good. Um, but yeah, so that is the classic Predator, guys. I hope that you go out and pick this guy up because he's an awesome addition to your collection, especially when you put him and the new City Hunter together, and you face them off, kind of you pose them looking like they're facing off against each other. It looks really cool because they're both such amazing figures. But I'll show you the little thing here between the two masks. Now this is a comparison between the new mask that's supposed to be the original mask and the original release, and you can see, you know, it's got the wires coming out of the right side or of the left side of the helmet, at least like it was in the movie, but the actual helmet itself just doesn't hold up. It's kind of big, it's kind of clunky, and it's not proportioned properly, and the new one just looks so much better. Yeah, I love that helmet. But also, one of my subscribers wanted me to show my Predator 2 City Hunter figure with his open mandibles. So I will show you. Here is my Predator 2 City Hunter with the open mandibles. Just throw that in really quick for you so you can see that. I don't think they're any different than what I seen pictured. Although my closed mandibles are actually closed. They're not open. So I love the dreads on this guy, and you can see the difference on him back there, on the classic, how faded they are, and how right here, you know, that gold and that copper, they look really good. So I kind of wish they had done that on the classic, but other than that, he looks really cool. He does have these retractable metal blades, which are sharper than shit at the end. They're pointy, and I've stabbed myself a couple times with them. But he could have had, I guess he could have had at least, I mean, at the very least, I think he could have had some sort of hand, you know, for holding a skull, you know, or you know, the option of having that bicep armor so that, you know, customizers could turn him into, or if you had if you know, given the choice, you could turn him into a mock-up Predator 1 figure, and I think that would have been really nice, you know, if they had included that stuff. But they didn't, because this is the classic Predator, and this is how he appeared in the film. So I guess we're at least lucky that they gave us the helmet, you know, which is cool, and they gave us a really cool display stand, you know, and you know, this is, I guess, from the camp in the film, where they stumble onto the Predator's camp, and then they find, you know, all kinds of, you know, bodies and trophies and stuff all over the place. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice addition. So good box art, good figure, cool stand, some nice accessories. I would definitely give this guy, I would have to say a 4.5 out of 5, because there are a couple things that, you know, I wish that they had done a little bit better. But overall, he is exactly how you see him in the film. So really good figure. Pick him up if you get the chance. I think they still actually have them for sale on the Sideshow website. Otherwise, you can buy one off eBay. They're not too expensive yet. Really cool, unique figure. Well done, well made, well painted, and he looks good on your shelf. He doesn't have that figure look. He almost looks like a statue if you get him in the right kind of poses, because those joints are hidden really well. So hope that you guys enjoyed this review, and I'd love to hear your comments. Check out my other reviews and watch for more coming in the near future. So take care. Miller time out.